Recently, some people have been very critical of Mojang. They say that the game is casual, that almost everything in the game is useless, that it is boring, and so on. In this video, I will try to analyze the most popular arguments of people, and at the end you will understand for yourself what this game is about. Well, let's start with the very first argument in the game. Everyone eats the same type of food. But here the wording is immediately incorrect, because the player at different stage eats different types of food. At the initial stage of the game, the player will probably eat meat, since there is not need to wait for anything. You just took the meat and moved on. Then, when the player has developed a little and got at least potatoes or carrots, he begins to farm. Well, in the end, when the player becomes an unkillable deity, he eats golden carrots. Several types of food have already been used here, but people still want there to be some kind of diet, and the player must eat several types of food at once. I think this will have a very bad effect on the game. Let's say if previously food took up a maximum of 1 slot in inventory, then with the diet it will look something like this. Perhaps at first you will be interested in collecting a bunch of types of food, but in the end it will all turn into a routine and you will simply be too lazy to do it. Well, in general, I can understand why people ask for such a system, because in their option the game is very simple. People relate this to everything, to farms, to survival, to construction and everything like that. Again, I think that this is not completely correct statement, and now I will explain why. In Minecraft by default the difficulty level is always set to medium. That is, it won't to be difficult to beat Minecraft, but you don't need to relax either, because you can be killed at any time by Blaze, a creeper and indeed all hostile mobs. But why then? For some people the game is very simple. Well, here the answer is very simple. People already know everything about this game, so this game seems very simple to them, and thought the difficulty of the game does not change in any way, and this is absolutely normal. In every game the more a player knows, the less chance he has of losing. For people who find it too easy to play Minecraft, there are mods that are not very suitable for beginners, but for regular users they are just right. Okay, I think you get the point. Now I want to explain the remaining mechanics of the game. Minecraft is a very diverse game, and if each element is very difficult, the player will simply get confused and leave the game. Mechanism, construction, farms, all this can be figured out very quickly, but you will not become a super redstoner or a super builder in a house. To do this, you need to go deeper into the topic. Danger rows are too useless. By dungeons we mean a piglin bastion, a rubber mansion, an underwater temple, and so on. It's hard to disagree with this. In the same piglin bastion, at best you will get 2 netheric ingots, when during the same time you could have accumulated 4 without risking resources. Having said that, I can explain what is not so bad. As I said, Minecraft has an average difficulty level, but then I didn't mean what's in the menu, but what's hidden from human eyes. That is not actual walkthrough of Minecraft. Only some mobs pose a danger, while in dungeons, almost all mobs are dangerous. This was done precisely for those people for whom the average difficulty is not enough, and they go to the bastion and save raids of themselves, not because there are any useful resource, but because they want to satisfy their desire for fights and everything else. And so it turns out that the game doesn't force to increase the difficulty level simply because you need some resource. Even the big step records stone it only in the bastion, but this is not way necessary for gameplay. It can only be taken by those who want it. Constructions does not develop in Minecraft. Not the most popular argument, but I still decided to explain why this is not so. Most people who say this mean that the developers do not add tables, chairs, sofas and other decorations. Usually people cite the same hightail as an example. It just adds those decorations that such players want. As you can see, in hightail it looks absolutely normal, but if they do this in Minecraft, it will completely break the whole point in construction. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but in Minecraft each block is used differently. Let's say candles. Besides their usual uses, they can be flowers on cacti, reeds, dynamite and much more. Construction in Minecraft can be compared to a painting. You are free to draw it however you like, and you are limited only by your imagination. The developers don't want what they are creating. Well, let me immediately explain with an example why this is not so. After Minecon 2018, the developers answered questions asked by players. Naturally, we won't take all the questions, but we will take one of the most important ones. Will natural disasters such as typhoons, snowstorms, or earthquakes occur in Minecraft? Answer is crazy. The essence of Minecraft is that it is players who cause the event that occurs in the game. If hurricanes or earthquakes appear in the game, this will violate this principle, because there will be destruction in the game for which the player himself is not responsible. And when I read this moment myself, everything came together in my head. The player really influences everything that happens in the game. It is the players who decides to build a farm for him or start playing in Minecraft. The game doesn't limit you at all in this regard. You can do whatever you want. When people say that Minecraft is boring game, they cite the example of immortal items that can be farmed in a raid, a netherite armor that makes the player impenetrable. Of course, this is a fact. But to say that this makes the game not interesting at all is no longer correct.